Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? I want to talk about this this futurist that I listened to the other night, and I'm sorry I can't even pronounce the guy's name, so I won't even try. But he has a premise, and one of his premises is that in the future, that the data, whoever controls the data, will control the future. And I think he's absolutely correct. The data is more important. And he made an analogy to land. You know, people in the past that were the landowners owned most of the wealth, had most of the wealth. The people that sharecropped the land or lived on the land, they were the peasants, the poor people, kind of in a Trump way of looking at things. Trump's always been a landowner, so he's always had lots of money, and then people have had to rent from him or live in his housing in New York, and they've been discriminated against and treated poorly by people like Trump. So, in today's world, we have a situation where we have the centralized systems, the banks, the insurance companies, all the institutions that have controlled pretty much everything we do, the third party out there that sucks most of the resources out of the system. And now we have something called the blockchain, which is a decentralized system where the data now is not in any one person's hands or any one few people's hands. It's in everybody's hands via the ability to put it on a decentralized system with many places that the information is and not controlled by just a few. If a few control it, they're going to use it against the multitude. If the multitude control it, it'll prosper. Everybody will prosper. So that's the fork, that's the turn, that's where we need to be in this world. The decentralized system, the blockchain, the Bitcoin, all the systems in place that allow people to participate in wealth, and not just a few people participate in wealth, everybody participate in wealth. So that's where it's going. I believe personally that there's no way that it won't become a decentralized system, simply because the technology's there, the idea's there, it's working, and there's just no way to compete against it. There's no way to stop it. It's almost like a freight train. Once people see how this works, once people see that the smart contract and the decentralized systems and cutting out the third party and taking out of transactions the insurance companies and the banks and all the things that everybody hates, you know, people won't accept anything less than that. This is the way it's going to have to be, or people will just not be involved. I mean, they will revolt against it. They've got to revolt against it, because the system that we have today, as it continues, will just continue to enslave people and continue to put certain people in the world will prosper, certain people in the world won't. As we've seen with countries that have strong currencies versus countries that have very weak currencies, or lots of inflation, or lots of debt. So, the decentralized system, the data distributed over the blockchain, with numbers of people involved, number of systems involved, is a system that's going to be healthy for the future. And I do agree with the futurists that it will be data that will control the system. The other thing I really want to talk a little bit about tonight is I want to talk about open source platforms versus proprietary platforms. I work quite a bit with WordPress, which is an open source platform. I've done some with Wikipedia, and I've done some stuff like that. So I always saw the benefit of an open source platform because of all the minds and all the talent around the world that can be involved. So if somebody gets passionate about WordPress, they can create applications and plugins and do a lot of really neat things that we use WordPress, like the Woo shopping cart, all free. WordPress, the platform, free. Much superior to anything anybody else can put out. But the problem with that platform is that the people that invest themselves in it aren't getting any benefit from it. I mean, you can invest yourself in fact, I know I used to put stuff up on Wikipedia, and there were always the moderators, or the people that were kind of the editors, or the people that kind of decided if your content would stick or not. And those people were always kind of, they had a position in Wikipedia, which I think made them feel like they had value to the platform. But if they were being paid for it, would have been even better, and it would have grown, and is growing, or continue to grow. And it would be better, because people would be able to invest more time and effort into it because they're being paid. Well, that's what's going on right now, and the ability to be able to pay people for their open source contributing to the software is what's going to make it even better. And it's going to eliminate companies like Microsoft and companies that have all this proprietary software that you have to pay for. Nobody's going to want to pay for software in the future. And they shouldn't have to pay for software in the future. It should be able to be created by people that are passionate about it, and be able to, anybody that wants to create it should be able to do it, and they should be able to be compensated by it. And the ability to do that through a cryptocurrency is what makes this so exciting. So there's a lot of big things coming up in the world. I also see where, I think yesterday, Facebook decided not to allow anybody to talk about cryptocurrencies or advertise cryptocurrencies over Facebook, which is a good thing. I think that's a great thing, because now Facebook has made a decision that they want to protect people from the cryptocurrency world, because they might be taken advantage of. Not that they're concerned about any other people out there being taken advantage of, just those people that are investing in cryptocurrencies. They're worried about those people, including in Bitcoin, which tells you right there that Facebook wouldn't make this decision if Facebook had a stake in the blockchain or in the decentralized platform. In fact, if anything, it's a great threat to a place like Facebook. When you've got Steemit and open source platforms where people actually can prosper or make money from their posts, as opposed to Facebook, where the content is just given to Facebook and they use it. And the only people that prosper from it is Facebook, by selling ads and gobbling up people's content. So yeah, it is a threat to them, and I can see why they've done this. But I think it's good, because it gives Steemit platform, it gives DTube, it gives the platforms that are decentralized and the cryptocurrencies more exposure, because now you got somebody like Facebook saying, hey, we think this is all scam, we think people are being hurt by it, we're not going to allow them to do it. Well, thank you very much, Facebook. I think you gave us a big shot in the arm, and I really appreciate it, because I've never had a Facebook, and I don't think I ever will, and I don't think I missed out on much. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate it very much. Thanks.